From the historic Bill Green Athletic Arena, home of the 8-time state champion Marion Giants, tonight we've got Marion Giant basketball. Tonight we've got the Marion Giants and the Wabash Apaches. Hello everyone, I'm Greg Keaton and our very special guest tonight. We're going old school. Steve Smithley from the class of 1973, a member of the 1972 Cardiac Kids. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks, Greg. Pleasure to be here.
It's going to be a fun night because it was only about 54 years ago that this arena opened up then as the Marion Athletic Arena before it was named after Bill Green. And the Giants played this same Wabash team and defeated them 74-62. And a young sophomore came off the bench and scored that night.
I did. That's 54 years ago. I have to think about that. I got to count it on my fingers to think, yeah, I was alive then, and I was old enough to be playing in that game. So it's always fun to play in here.
And there was only 7,000 people here.
Well,
and the commissioner.
And I'll say this: Bill Green's first game, my first game, the arena's first game. I played here 3 years. I never played in front of an empty seat. That's amazing. I mean, people want to know what Indiana basketball was. That was it. So.
Well, we know during the 60s with Coach Jack Colescott kind of got things rolling, and then when they moved into the new building here, Bill Green came, who was the most hated man in Marion when his Indianapolis, Washington team defeated the Giants at the state finals. Just a little short time after that, he's the new coach, and he comes in with a young team, and things didn't go real well right off the bat.
No, we got clipped in the sectional by Oak Hill and Monty Tao, and people were ready to fire him after the first year, so it did not go well. And then the second year, we had a losing record in the regular season. We were 9-11, but we went to semi-state. We won 5 games by a total of 13 points in a sectional and regional. And
yeah, for the people that remember those games, you beat Mississippi 48-46.
At the buzzer.
Oak Hill 59-55.
Right.
Madison Grant was 78-74 in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime.
Then you went to the regional and defeated Norwell 58-57.
Right.
And then Huntington North 56-54. So that was an incredible run.
And we were behind all 5 of those games in the last minute.
And that's what caused people to have heart attacks, near heart attacks, and everything else. I'm glad I was a very young person at that time because I don't know how I'd handle that today as opposed to when I was a teenager.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. But we go up to the War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne and play. Got beat by William Penn, but that was the same type of game. We were behind.
It was like a 7-point game or something like that.
And that's only. We ran out of players. We had 5 guys foul out in about 30 seconds, and they hit free throws, and we were right back in the same situation. But we would have had to play Madison Heights in the final game that night, and they had a guy by the name of Bobby Wilkerson that started for IU when they went undefeated.
Okay.
In the regular season, he scored like 34 points against us, and they beat us like 30. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. We probably would have stopped there anyway. But
that was a wild situation. I mean, the sectional region, of course, it was packed. In those days, it was basically Marion against everybody else in the county.
Yes.
So everybody came and everybody rooted against the Giants except the Giant fans.
And Marion had so many season ticket holders, we had to have auctions, drawings to see who you couldn't get. If you had 4 season tickets, you might only get 2 sectional and regional tickets. It was
and that kind of set the stage because then just a couple short years later, we go into the 74-75 season. We've got a senior lineup with a young junior, Dave Colescott. They win the first state title for Marion in 49 years. And then come back to the second year. Everybody's gone, but the starters except Dave. Nobody's thinking Marion's going to do it again. It's probably going to be another 49 years. Lo and behold, another state championship.
Another state championship. But that whole run from starting with 75 and going for the next, I think, 11 or 12 years, we had state finalists like 7 or 8 of those years. I mean, not only did we win state multiple times, but we were runner-up. We were in the Final Four. And, well, you can see the banners. You can see state finalists. We've got them up there for 68, 69, 80, 81. You know, it's amazing.
It just kept building because we had Jay Edwards with us last week, and that kept building through the 70s into the 80s with the Dream Team. To Marion was on the map in Indiana, but then suddenly in the 80s when Jay Edwards and that group came along, #1 team in the nation. Everybody was looking at Marion Giant basketball as the place for high school basketball in the country.
We had all 5 guys make the All-Star team. You had all 5 guys actually go Division I, play basketball. And of course, Jay went on and tried out in the NBA, and he and Lyndon both started for the Hoosiers. I mean, great legacy. It's a great legacy for the whole school. You know, see what. Then you get into the late 90s, you get Zach.
Oh yeah.
And that group of guys.
And that's why we got 8 banners, and nobody else has more.
That's right.
Well, you know, you're also one of the veterans of this Marion Giants TV because Jay's done 7 games with me, but there's another 3 guys that have been here every year that we've been doing this. That's you, Dr. Jeff Bragg,
right,
and the judge, Jeff Todd. So I got a pretty good group that comes back every year that's pretty solid line. I'd go to war with those guys.
But I think the last 2 of myself, I think on the games we've done, we're undefeated.
Yeah.
I think Jay's lost a couple.
You know.
Okay, well, see how things kind of turn around?
We're going to see what happens. You know.
Jay wins all the games when they're playing, and the rest of Dr. Bragg and Jeff didn't lose too many games either.
No, that's exactly true. Well, last night the Giants picked up a big victory at Richmond, their first NCC game of the year. They defeated the Richmond Red Devils 73-59. And after that ball game, I had a chance to talk to Coach Blackman about that game and looking forward to the night's game with Wabash. Well, Coach, we had a little bit of a slow start, but then we got it going.
Yeah, I thought the guys, took their best shots early in the game. We kept our composure and we stuck to the game plan as far as getting after it. Our defense initiated a lot of early offense, and I'm thinking we're finding our identity on the defensive end. We just got to keep working at it.
And Tim Jones had a good ball game, and I think JJ's been playing really consistent.
Yeah, I mean, when you combine those two, what they did in the backcourt, that's pretty impressive. And, JJ did a good job in the passing lane as well as Tim. So if we can continue to play that way, let the defense earn offense for us, I'm pretty excited about what's in front of us.
Good start to conference.
Yes, sir. We wanted to put ourselves in a position where, that conference is tough. You got to come on the road and take wins, and tonight was one of those examples.
Quick turnaround. Now we got Wabash at home.
Yes, sir. Long trip home. Just got to get back, come in for an early shoot around tomorrow, and be ready to go.
Coach, let's keep it going.
All right, thank you.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena right now, the Marion Giants JV team is about to wrap up a big victory over the Apache JV team. Giants leading, as you can see on the screen, 64-26. 39 seconds to go, and then once that's over, the varsity will come out and warm up, and we won't be too far along. We're going to have Marion Giant basketball here at the arena, and it's a good opportunity. I want to encourage your fans, if you haven't been out, to come out and see the Giants. Their home schedule's a little top-heavy on the back end because this is the only second home game before Christmas, and then in January we've got 6 home games, 3 in February, so you're going to have plenty of opportunities to come out and see this young team that's 3-1, get off to a good start, and hopefully a big doubleheader victory this weekend by Richmond last night, Wabash tonight.
Well, and considering what was our big hitter last year, transferred, you weren't sure how this year's team was going to come out. To come out 3-1, you just can't help but the boys are committed. They're ready to play. They're representing the Marion Giants.
So the Giants JV team is victorious 64-26. Hopefully we have the same type of story in the varsity matchup. We got a tale of 2 different teams tonight. We got the Giants coming in at 3-1 off a big victory last night at Richmond. Wabash is having some problems this year, struggling a little bit. They're 0-5, and last night they lost to McConaughey 71-44. But you can't, in high school basketball, necessarily look at the records, because once you start doing that, you realize you're dealing with teenagers and things change.
Well, yeah, and you have a situation where in high school basketball, you can have one guy get hot, and he can dump 42.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, instead of having one guy guard him, you got 2 guys trying to guard him, and you forget about the guy over in the corner, and the game's close, and he hits the only 3 he's hit in 3 years. And it's just the way high school basketball is, and that's what makes Indiana basketball great.
Like last week with Hamilton Southeastern, we came in the game, Giants were 2-0, they were 0-2. Of course, we know when you play around Indianapolis area, you can't really look at their record because they play a lot of big teams, good teams, and they came in here and they were able to get a lot of guys open looks for threes. They hit 10 3-pointers the first half. Giants find themselves down 17 at the half, down 20-plus points the second half. They did battle back, didn't quit. We like that about it. They kept fighting, actually had it back down to a 4-point ball game in the final couple minutes. So they never gave up before they finally lost the ball game 75-67, but they grew up a little bit last night.
Sometimes it takes these young kids a minute or 2 to wake up. You're 0-2 and you're thinking, well, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're down 20 in the third quarter and you're going, oh, and you start playing, well, you started too late, or you didn't realize. And a lot of kids are like that. You just, you get this image in your mind of what you're going to play like and what you're playing like. And somebody comes out and they come out in a defense you haven't seen in a couple games. All of a sudden you're not real sure what to do, or you miss your first couple shots. There's really nothing wrng. You just, and all of a sudden you start thinking, ooh, should I shoot that?
Yeah.
And you don't shoot it, and then, or you just keep firing, you keep missing. That stuff wears on you, so.
And Coach Blackman's been through all this before. Last night was his 169th victory as a Marion Giants basketball coach. He's second all-time to Mr. Bill Green, that you're very familiar with.
Yes.
And then that was 315 wins overall for Coach Blackman to go along with 3 state championships. So he's been through a few of these wars, so he knows what he's dealing with. Now it's getting that to transfer onto the players on the court.
And it's getting the right players on the court. And some games, and I know fans wonder about that all the time, you got 5 guys that are clicking this game. Next game, those 5 guys come out. Something's not right. You put somebody else in, and all of a sudden he's playing well. He brings a spark.
Yeah.
And the other guy that started the last 2 games is sitting on the bench the third, fourth quarter, and fans are going, what? Well, it's a situational substitution for the coach, and if somebody's playing better than somebody that started, you play them.
It's also like with Coach Mo Smedley was here with us doing a ball game, and we kept talking about the teams he had with Zach Randolph. He won a state championship and different records he had, and he kept reminding me, yeah, I was just a coach. They were the players. The players had to perform.
That's exactly right. I mean, you can talk about how great Bill Green was all the time, but Bill Green never scored a basket on the basketball floor, you know?
Yeah.
What he did do, and he was probably the best I ever knew, he played situations. He was a gambler.
Yeah, he was a gambler.
He played referees. He told me one time in a ball game, he called me aside, he goes, I'm getting ready to get a technical foul. Don't worry about it. He said that guy's been making all the calls. Once he calls a technical on me, he'll feel sorry for us. Got a technical, threw a towel at him, got a technical call.
Yeah.
I could have thrown the ball out of bounds right in front of that guy, and we would have been our ball.
Yeah.
He did. He watched players. He watched make that play way to the right. Make him dribble nothing but left-handed. Don't let him go right no matter how hard he tries. Yep. What if he goes that way? He'll score once, but make him do it all the time. And he messed with people's heads.
Yes. And he put confidence, when you have confidence in the coach, because I know being here, some of the meetings he had with the players before they'd go to the state finals, one of the things he would always tell them is like, well, guys, back then when they had 4 teams in state finals, he said, there's going to be 4 teams down in Indianapolis. Somebody's going to win it. Might as well be us.
Right. Exactly right. He's good. And again, it was a psychology thing. It wasn't so much an X and O, although I got to tell you, his defense that he ran, his matchup zone, he wrote a book about it. Digger Phelps had him up at Notre Dame teaching clinics on it. It was something to see. You had the right personnel to run it. It could shut people down. And it didn't so much matter about size. Now, my junior cardiac kids year, we played against Newcastle. They had 6'11", Kent Benson, Terry Ross at 6'9", and Jerry Lambert at 6'7". We went 6'2", 6'1", 6 foot. Matchup didn't help us much.
Yeah. They probably thought when you guys came out, I thought they're supposed to be the Giants. Where the Giants at?
Yeah, that might be. I don't go back a long ways where you find a starting lineup is short. Both our guards were 5'7".
Yeah. Well, they could have put that. I know back in the day they talked about, people don't realize it now, but the JV back then was called the Little Giants.
Yes.
They probably could have put that name on the varsity at that point with
exactly.
This is the Little Giants.
Except I think the Little Giants were actually smaller than us.
So it's going to be a fun night of basketball, the Marion Giants, the Wabash Apaches. So sit back, enjoy Marion Giant basketball. We'll be back after this short timeout.
It takes lots of skill to be a Marion Giant basketball player. And it takes a lot of skill to make people smile in Grant County. We love making people smile in Grant County and Gorman Bunch Orthodontics. That's our job. And that's what we're really talented at. Just like it takes talent to put the ball in the hoop, it takes talent to put a smile on the face.
Who values an Ivy Tech Community College Associate degree? Well, these Indiana colleges do. They're our partners in the Guaranteed Admissions Program, where an Ivy Tech Associate degree guarantees admission to their bachelor's programs. Who else? The 70,000 high school students who earn college credit each year and save tuition by doing it. But the real value of an Ivy Tech degree is the better life it makes possible. Get started today at ivytech.edu.
Success takes direction via credit union. Via credit union.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena, we're a few minutes away from the nice varsity matchup between the Giants and the Wabash Apaches. We want to thank our Marion Giants sponsors for bringing this to you. We'll have every single home game right here on Marion Giants TV, YouTube. We want to thank IMG, Hunter Ford, Living Forward, Kingdom Roofing, the Tomahawk Restaurant, TJR Equipment, Gorman & Bunch Orthodontics, Nicholson Realty 2.0, Via Credit Union, Hudamaki, Ivy Tech, the City of Marion, First Farmers, Marion Police Department, the Moritz Group, Marion Health, Philip Morgan Landscaping, Moving Real Estate, Summers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Nick McKinley State Farm Insurance, Brunner Dental Center, Evan King Health Markets, and Bobby Browder, Edward Jones. Thank all of our Marion Giant sponsors for bringing you Marion Giant basketball. As you get a good look at the Marion High School band right there, led by Mr. Josh Huff, doing a great job. We've got some exciting, talk about old days, we got some exciting times coming up here this season. Starting on January 11th, we're gonna have 3 different ball games where we're gonna celebrate state champions that are hitting an anniversary that's kind of a big deal. The January 11th is gonna be the 2000 state champions with Zach Randolph. It's been 25 years, believe it or not, since that group won a state championship. That night, we're gonna have a celebration. We're gonna have a meet and greet in the Marion cafeteria, Marion High School cafeteria from 5 to 7. And then the team's going to be introduced at halftime. It's just going to be a fun night, get to reminisce and get back, meet some players you haven't seen for several years. We're going to have a lot of players coming back. That's on January the 11th against Fort Wayne Southside. Then on January 18th, it's going to be a big night against Homestead. The 1975 team, most of them is going to be back here as we celebrate, believe it or not, the 50th anniversary of that state championship. That makes me feel a little bit older since I was in high school at that point. But here's a very special, besides the players coming back, Dave Colescott, Bill Lester, and the like. As we know, Bill Green passed away in 2011. His wife, Marianne, passed away just recently, the last couple of years. But his children, Kevin, Mike, Larry, and Ellen, who were a big part of that program when Bill was here coaching, they were around everywhere. Well, they're going to be back that night, 4 of them on that January 18th night. They've got a special presentation they want to make to Marion High School. It's very exciting. So you want to make plans to be here in person, celebrate that milestone. And then on February the 1st, we're going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the 1985 state championship team that started Purple Rain and the Dream Team, with Jay Edwards, Lyndon Jones. So it's going to be 3 great nights. And so far we have a lot of players that have said we want to be there, come from a long way. So we want to encourage you, Marion Giant fans, mark your calendar for January 11th, January 18th, February 1st. Those 3 nights you want to be here at the arena. We want to see this place filled up with fans, reminiscing, and look back. And it's always fun to get back and talk to those people about those games.
It is, and what I'd like to see is there's still a lot of people in the community just quit coming to games. Like them to come back. I want today's kids, this team, these students, to see what it used to be like.
Yes.
To see the people come in and fill up the arena and to put 7,000 people. At one time, students filled the whole one side of the gym.
Yeah.
And band filled the whole end. It was students everywhere. Yeah. Now, school's not nearly as big as it used to be, but the kids don't know what it used to be like. It's one of those things that I know the older I get, the better I was. I keep saying that. But it's the same way I feel like with that whole situation. That was your date on Friday and Saturday night. You picked your girlfriend up and brought her to the ball game. In my case, after the ball game, they wait for you in the car after you get showered and got dressed.
You look at the Marion Giant schedule and say, okay, we're going to be here on this day, this day, this day, this day. If you want to go somewhere else, it's going to be some other day.
Yes.
But it's amazing when I've got a chance to be in contact with some of these players that, it's been 50 years since they won the state championship. And they still are, once a Giant, always a Giant. And they're excited about coming back because they reminisce like it just happened yesterday.
Well, if you go out and look, of who's been watching these broadcasts, a good number of them are those guys.
Yeah.
They haven't been here for 40 years. They're living in Florida. They're living in Texas. They're going on with their lives stuff. But when the Marion Giants, who they used to play for, they were a Marion Giant. They click on and watch. and they say, oh, I used to do that 40 years ago. I was doing it.
Well, it's amazing, too. You look at the Marion Giants, have a who's who of basketball players. You start going down the list. The fact of all those players, Mr. Steve Smithley is number 41 on the all-time scoring list with 720 points. So that's nothing to sneeze about when you look at some of the players that have played for Marion High School.
But I mentioned to you earlier when we talked about that, when I graduated, I think I was 6th all time. There have been 35 guys, 36 guys blow by me in the 50 years, 52 years I've been out.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things that you had Dave Colescott and Jay Edwards and Lyndon Jones, and you had a bunch of guys that you know, just shot right by me. But, and again, when you play 26, 27, 30 games a year, they were going all the way to state championships. They were going to Kentucky to play a all-star.
Plus, to go back to our day, it was sophomore, junior, and senior. The freshmen were still playing junior high basketball.
Yes,
they weren't playing on varsity.
And when I came up, my freshman year, no matter how good I would have been, I could not have played JV or varsity basketball. 2 years before me, John Chin and David Stewart were undefeated in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. There was talk of moving them up to the JV, maybe even the varsity. And the school board wanted the team to go undefeated 7th, 8th, and 9th. Yeah. So they said, if you have a freshman sport, you can't play JV or varsity. That went on for probably 10 years, and they finally said, well, if they're good enough, let them play. So Blackman he didn't start, but he got to play varsity as a freshman, and then as a sophomore, you come, you know, it's a little different deal. So,
okay, you know what's going to happen? They keep listening to us. They're going to think we're old. But that's not the case. We just got a lot of memories.
Yes, so, that's it.
We're going to create some more tonight with Marion Giant basketball, so stay right there. We'll be right back after this short timeout.
We're Kingdom Roofing Systems, your local roofing experts. We take great pride in our ability to ensure quality workmanship. We're in the top 1% of contractors in Indiana who have earned Owens Corning's greatest badge of honor, Platinum Preferred. Plus, your first 25 years are 100% covered by Owens Corning's workmanship warranty. Trust the confidence Owens Corning has in your local expert, Kingdom Roofing Systems.
Marion High School has a rich history of music, sports, theater, and drama. We've been working on creating a digital video library of all the shows, games, and other media we can find so you can have a piece of that rich history. For more information, please contact Steve Wright at steve@wrightpromotions.video or call 765-669-1855.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena, just a few moments away from the starting lineup. It's going to be an exciting night. We're going to have a special guest, even more special than Steve Smithley to some people. At halftime, Superintendent Keith Burke is going to join us tonight because he made the announcement just a few days ago that he's going to be leaving his position here and going somewhere else. It's a really bittersweet. We're really happy for Mr. Burke, but we're kind of sad because the last 10 years he's been a big figure here at Marion High School and Marion Community Schools.
Big part of the turnaround of Marion Community Schools. There's been a big migration from some subpar years, for whatever reasons, to working through that to, you know, we had we were on probation for a while. And he as principal, and then as superintendent, led us through that and out the other side. And as superintendent, he done a good job. We had a good new principal here, Dr. Hunt's doing a great job.
Tremendous job, yes.
And so I see nothing but good things, but wish him all the best. I know it's much a family situation for him as a professional, so he'll be able to relax a little bit. School system, and we're not as large as we used to be, but a school system like Marion, it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week kind of job. And
you earn your money.
Yes.
That's for sure. Well, when you get the chance the next few weeks, if you see Mr. Burke out somewhere, you need to let him know how much you appreciate all that he's done for Marion High School and Marion Community Schools. He's going to be a miss for sure, but he's going to be with us tonight. We're going to get a chance to talk to him here in a little bit. But before that, we've got a half of basketball where the Marion Giants come in. Tim Smith. I combined them too. Tim Jones and J.J. Smith last night combined for 44 points. Tim had 27 and J.J. had 17 to lead the Giants. A good, consistent performance. The Giants started off last night, had a little bit of trouble getting the ball to go in. They were down 9-2 because Richmond at home came out kind of fired up, but then Giants kind of turned it around, tied it up at halftime, and then the second half got up to 8-10-point lead, and the game really never was in doubt the rest of the way. Giants just kind of maintained that and came away with a 73-59 victory. Now we're going to see how they react tonight, being at home after the game. Long trip to Richmond. You know what? That's a long trip. You come back. Now you got to get ready for another team, Wabash.
Well, the good part is you're coming home. When I played, you always want to play at home. You've practiced all. The rims are not as tight or tighter than what you played on last night.
Yeah.
You're used to where you need to hit the bank shot for it to go in. I mean, you get to another. They may not have clear acrylic boards. It may be, when I played, they had the solid boards, sometimes white.
They didn't have the peach basket then, did they? They had to cut it
out.
out.
That was the year before I got there. But what I'm saying is, it's the environment. You come in, and sometimes the background when you're shooting doesn't look the same.
It's a whole different thing.
Some places there's just a wall. There's no bleachers at the end. Yeah. So you're shooting, it's a different backdrop. The shot looks different to you. It takes a while. Then once you get through that, then you can start playing. And sometimes it takes a couple minutes. Sometimes it takes a quarter or two. But
one thing that's changed between that day and now is with social media, things are so much different between now when a team goes on the road. At least the coach gets them kind of locked in there in the bus for an hour and gets them focused. Now at home, between the social media and everything else, you're not sure when a player comes in, what he's been dealing with and all this. When he walks in, you hope he's focused, but you're still dealing with 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, and what's funny is how things have changed. When I played, we had dinner before the games. Coach Green had us. 2 hours before the game, you were eating something that had good carbs in it, so you were going to have energy during the game. You ate. He didn't want you out goofing around, getting a car wreck, or you got here early. You ate at his house. You did,
well, while we're going back, I could go back to the day when I was in fourth and fifth grade playing basketball in elementary school. At that time, Coach Jack Colescott was coaching the Giants, and I remember my coach in elementary, Mr. Paul Dameron. He told us when we was on the team, he said, now, when you show up to the game, everybody gets here at the same time. You don't see Coach Colescott's team walking in one here, one. They all come in together, and he modeled that. The example that he set for us, we were looking at Coach Colescott.
Well, we had a couple years ahead of that. I had Dan Tanner, 7th and 8th grade coach at Jones, and he was a football coach. He didn't know a lot about basketball, but he expected to be a team. When we went to the Marion games at the Coliseum, we were expected to sit together as a team up in the bleachers up there. If he'd come walking up, if you were sitting with a girl, you ran. You couldn't be thinking about basketball, and you were there to learn. You were watching the Marion Giants play, and you weren't supposed to be. Yeah.
Well, talk about a different day. Coach Green would not allow his players to walk through the halls with their girlfriend.
No, me especially.
If you wanted to play, you weren't going to do that.
My wife now, I'll give her a shout out. My wife now, we'd go to one end of the hallway in building B, and I'd leave her on the floor, and I'd run up the steps at one end, run across the second floor down the other end, come down the steps at the other end, because she had to walk by Bill Green's room, and she'd go by and wave hi, and I wouldn't be with her. But one day, I guess the teachers upstairs said, Steve Smithley runs by here every day. So one day I came down the other end thinking he was standing with his arm around and goes, hi, Steve. I didn't touch a basketball that night at practice. I ran the bleachers, I ran the stairs, I ran sprints.
A lot of stories about Coach Bill Green.
Oh.
That's why it's going to be exciting when we have those celebrations, especially when Coach Green's children come here. I remember being in school with Kevin. We rode to the games together and talked about the Giants. In fact, talked about one game where we was so excited because we rode to the game with Mrs. Green and Mrs. Gunn. We was playing at Anderson. Anderson at that time was ranked #1, and we had to go there to play at the Wigwam. And me and Kevin was so excited because after the game, we was going to get to ride back on the bus. Now to us, that was a big deal because, hey, we're going to ride back to the Giants bus. Well, needless to say, the Giants got off to a slow start, fell behind 20-2 at the end of the first quarter. Ended up only losing by 20 after falling down 18. But after the game, Coach Green didn't think it was a good idea that we got on the bus because he didn't really want us on there. He wrote back. In fact, the story with Dave Colescott is Dave said Coach Green looked at him after that game and looked at Dave Colescott and said, you know what? If we had somebody who could bring the ball up the floor, we might have had a shot. And he's looking right at Dave Colescott, who, goes on to be Mr. Basketball.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun.
Well, and his boys who will be here, when I played Greens first year, they were little. I mean, elementary school little. They'd come to practice on Saturdays with him, and they'd stand at the bat, and they'd throw me the ball out there and shoot around. They came to every practice on the weekends and stuff. Couldn't come during the week, but on the weekends and stuff. They were over Christmas. We practiced all the holiday. They were at every practice.
Get ready for Marion Giant basketball in just a couple of moments.
Tonight we welcome the Wabash Apaches as they take on your Marion Giants. Marion High School and the IHSAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, coaches, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We also remind you that Marion High School is a smoke and vape-free facility. On behalf of Marion's amazing Superintendent Keith Burke, whose last home game is tonight as Marion Superintendent. Yep, give it up for the Superintendent Keith Burke. Thank you so much for all you've done for Giant Nation, Mr. Burke. But also on behalf of Principal Dr. Stacy Hunt and Athletic Director Steve Moritz, thank you for attending tonight's game. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give a giant welcome to the Wabash Apaches. Starting for the Apaches, a 6-foot sophomore, number 20, Jarrett McWhirter. A 5'10" junior, number 22, Eli Mattern. A 6-foot junior, number 30, Cooper Long. A 6'5" junior, number 11, Devon Osborne. And a 5'10" senior, number 2, Ty Carpenter. The head coach for the Apaches is Paul Wright. Get on your feet and make some noise for the starting lineup for your Marion Giants. Are you ready to watch your Giants dominate and defeat the Apaches? I said, are you ready? For everyone in attendance and the thousands listening and watching from around the world, from the basketball mecca of Indiana, let's get ready to rumble! And now here are the starters for your Marion Giants. A 6'4" senior, number 5, Kobe Johnson. A 5'10" senior, number 0, J.J. Smith. A 5'11" senior, number 23, Mar Rogers. A 6'5" junior, number 2, Logan Barnes. And a 6'3" junior, number 1, Tim Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, your Marion Giants. The Giants are coached by Hall of Famer James Blackman, with associate head coach Nate McNeely and assistant coach Thomas Barnes. The officials for tonight's game are Lambert Barnes, Roger Marley, and Scott Geist.
It is showtime at the arena. The Giants get the opening tip. Mr. J.J. Smith had 17 points last night at Richmond with the basketball. Giants with Barnes, Jones, Smith, Rogers, and Johnson on the floor. Three-pointer there, no good. Rebound. Giants get it back. Go inside, nowhere to go.
Wabash has already
nice
made
shot
a
in the corner.
concession.
Barnes doesn't go, gets his own rebound. It's loose. Kobe back out. Wide open is Rogers. He knocks it down.
Wabash has already come out in the zone. They're going to make them take some shots from outside to see if they can shoot the ball, but I don't think talent-wise they can match up with the Giants man-to-man, so they've come out in a zone to see if they can maybe slow them down a little bit.
And here's a steal. Kobe all by himself. He's going to take it in and lay it in. Giants up 5-0. Kobe with 2.
Everybody was kind of anticipating a dunk on that.
Sometimes it's better to take the sure layup than take the possible missed dunk. They had 4 dunks last night at Richmond. Tim Jones had a couple. Rogers had one. And actually Kobe had one, but he decided to go for the layup this time. Giants up 5-0 early. Ball right in front of the Marion Giants students and the Marion Giant cheerleaders. It's the last home game before the Christmas
defense here.
Last home game before the Christmas break. So after this, next weekend, the Giants are at Kokomo and Huntington North. Wabash will fire for a long outside shot, and it's good. Number 22. Mr. Mattern got him as a 5'10" junior, just knocked that one down. 5-3, so Wabash shows they can hit the outside shot. Giants and just threw it away. Nice pass to Superintendent Keith Burke, who made the play. He comes ready to play.
It's kind of bad when the ball's coming to you and you duck.
Yeah. Especially if you're on the floor.
Yeah.
Wabash down 5-3, has the basketball, trying to get back to a tie or a lead. Giants playing some tight defense right at this point. Cross-court pass, nice save. Giants doing a good job keeping outside. We got a foul on Mr. Jones. This will be his first team foul. So it took us 2 minutes and 7 seconds to have our first foul tonight. So we'll see how that goes, if we're going to have a lot of fouls or they're going to let him play.
I'm not sure that was a foul. I thought he had ball, but
I don't think Tim thought it was either. So you and Tim were seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
But the official, unfortunately, he gets the last word.
Somehow players see those plays different than referees do.
Sometimes coaches have a different opinion too.
He wasn't bleeding, so.
Yeah. Giants playing some tight man-to-man defense right now, and we've got traveling. Giant basketball. We want to thank our Marion Giant sponsors for bringing you Marion Giant basketball. We said we'll be here for every home game. Right now we got a time on the floor. Giants up 5-3, back after this short timeout.
An injury can be a scary time, but you'll be in good hands with Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Our board-certified surgeons will partner with you to develop an individualized plan tailored to your athletic goals. Our recovery plan includes imaging, physical therapy, and post-surgical support to help you regain strength and prevent future injuries. Our proven process will help you confidently take the winning shot. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena, Giants up 5-3. This is the 80th meeting between the Giants and Wabash. The Giants have won 62 times, Wabash 17. And as we mentioned, that opening game here in the arena was it 74-62 that you defeated Wabash, that you were part of. The first meeting I don't think you were at. It was February 14th, 1906. The Wabash won 25-23. I don't remember that game.
I don't either. That's when I think they still had the jump ball after every basket.
Jones a fire from three, in and out. Kobe rebound, nice fake, inside up. He's going to go to the line and shoot a couple. He said Wabash comes in here struggling so far this year at 0-5. Giants at 3-1. And Kobe Johnson's at the line.
You know, Greg, I look around the arena here, and in Section B down there on the front row, there's people down there that have season tickets. They're still here watching me when I play, yelled at me when I threw a bad pass, and the referees made bad calls. They're still here rooting on the Giants. That's great.
If they see you, they'll probably say, I still don't know why you missed that shot at such and such time.
They do. They do. They remember shots you took that you don't remember.
Yeah. Just tell me about the ones I made. Don't tell me about the ones I missed. I'm trying to forget those.
Well, if you argue with them, say, no, I didn't take that shot. And they go, yes, you did. I was sitting right there. Oh.
Wide open lane, nice pass inside. Wabash wouldn't go down, rebound Jones. Here come the Giants on the run. Tim down the middle, spins, lays up, and wouldn't go down. He's fouled. He's going to go to the line. Team foul number 3 on Wabash. Giants with a 7-3 lead here early.
Good move. He just kind of lost track of where he was in relationship to the basket, kind of stuck on the bottom of the rim.
Tim Jones averaging 23.5 points a game, had 27 last night. His first points of the night. Giants up 8-3. He'll get one more. Got them both.
Isn't it amazing too, Greg, the number of players playing for the Giants this year and every year whose dads played for the Giants. whose grandfathers played for the Giants. You know, we have second and third generation kids out here every year.
Yep. There's a wide open shot for the Apaches. Short rebound, Jones. Outlet, here's Barnes. Barnes lays it up and wouldn't go down. Rebound, Wabash.
He was counting on a whistle there. He thought he got bumped.
Giants up 6. There's a wide open shot in the corner. Knocks it down. Cooper along with 3, so both shots that Wabash has hit have been 3s. It's 9-6. Probably figure if they get a shot, they might as well make a try for 3 at this point, not just 2s. Inside, nice save of Barnes. Working back, here's Jones. He'll fire from 3.
Oh,
way down and in, wouldn't stay.
That ball was down and in and came right back out.
Those are supposed to go in at home. Wabash with a chance to possibly tie the ball game up. Halfway through the opening quarter. Inside, turn around, no good. I think he turned around, was surprised he was so wide open. Here comes Jones across the timeline. In a lot of traffic, somehow got to Barnes,
Good
got
pass.
the basket.
Good pass.
That reminded him of his football quarterback days because he had like 3 guys surrounding him and he still got the pass off. 5-point Giant lead, near steal. Last night, Tim Jones had 10 steals. He's going for the basket, and he's going to score again. Yeah, the unofficial stat line last night, Tim Jones had 27 points, 10 steals, and 8 rebounds. Almost had a triple-double. The 10 steals is the one that kind of stands out to me. It's a lot of steals in the ball game.
It certainly is.
Did you have 10 steals in your career?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to check.
We talked earlier about the matchup zone. I played the rover on the matchup zone on Green's defense. So you ran corner. You got to, but like a lot of stuff, we didn't keep those stats back that far back. You know, a lot like in the NBA, but when they started counting those this certain year, I played before those years started.
Okay. And before, a lot of it was on video, so we can't really check it.
It was on film, it wasn't on video.
Yeah.
It was on actual film.
Yeah. You mean there wasn't somebody in the stands drawing pictures of what you look like? It was actually pictures and all that. Giants with a 7-point lead, the ball inside, back out. Smith's going to drive. Nice pass to Kobe, wouldn't go down, rebound, gets it back. Smith from 3, no good, rebound, Giants. Inside, Jones lays up, scores, basket, he's going to the line.
Strong move there.
3-point play.
That's a strong move, went it right-handed too.
Tim Jones has 6. The Giants have a 15-6 lead here in the opening quarter at the arena. Completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The Giants have increased their lead to 10. Right now, Wabash trying to look at the full-court press, see how they can get into the forecourt. Knocked away, still going to be Wabash ball. Coach Blackman has to be pleased with the defense here early, held with 6 points.
When you know in practice and back in Wabash, these kids don't see that kind of pressure in practice. Their JV team can't play defense like this right here.
They're stood away. Here's Tim Jones on the break. Tim's going to lay it up off the bend. Oh, tried for an assist to Rogers, wouldn't go down. Tried to get a teamwork dunk there. Somebody just lost their shoe on the floor. And here come the Giants with a break, and they got numbers. Tim's going to drive. Knocked away. Wabash gets it back. We're coming the other way. Getting a little sloppy out there right now with less than 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and we got a foul on Kobe. It's his first, team's second.
That was a good attempt at an alley-oop, but not very often you throw an alley-oop to a kid that's 5'11". He can get in the air, can he?
Yeah. Giants with a 10-point lead. Wabash trying to get into this Giant defense. So far, they've only knocked down 2 threes is all they've done offensively. Go inside, knocked away, they get it back. Off-balance shot, wouldn't go down, rebound, Barnes. Here come the Giants. And we got a foul in the backcourt. That's on number 21, Noah Baldwin. That's going to put the, I believe the Giants to the bonus. I believe that's team foul number 5. So for the next minute 35 this quarter, the Giants could be shooting free throws on every foul. Logan to get a couple. God, so far the Giants are hitting those free throws tonight.
With the kind of pressure the Giants have been putting on, you think the foul situation would be the other way around.
Yeah.
You think there'd be more fouls on Marion and less on Wabash, but when you push the ball to the floor like the Giants are, you got to get back and you got to keep getting the easy layups. So
right now the Giants have outscored them on free throws alone. They've got 7 free throws to their 6 points. Giants are the biggest lead of the night so far, up 12. Knocked away. Here come the Giants on the run. Jones down the middle. He's going to drive between 2 guys. Wouldn't go down. He falls down, gets back up. Here comes Wabash. A lot of traffic when he went inside. Baseline shot, rebound, Giants. And we got a foul in the backcourt on Wabash. We're going to shoot some more free throws. Want to thank our Marion Giants sponsors, IMG, Hunter Ford, Living Forward, Kingdom Roofing, Tomahawk Restaurant, TJR Equipment, Gorman & Bunch Orthodontics, Nicholson Realty 2.0, Via Credit Union, Hutamaki, Ivy Tech, City of Marion. First free throw is good. Kobe's got 5. I want to thank First Farmers, Marion Police Department, the Mortz Group, Marion Health, Philip Morgan Landscaping, Moving Real Estate, Summers Plumbing and Heating, Cooling, Nick McKinley, State Farm Insurance, Brunner Dental, Evan King Health Markets, and Bobby Browder, Edward Jones, as Kobe knocks down both free throws. And the Giants have the biggest lead at 14. And another steal. Right now the Giants are really putting on a clinic defensively against Wabash. Barnes from 3. Short rebound, Apaches.
I'm not sure Coach Blackman wanted that shot at that point. That one pass and launched.
Wabash working around trying to get something going. And we got a foul on the Giants. Or knocked out of bounds. No foul. 25.3 to go in the opening quarter. Giants up 20-6 right now. Right now, if you're a Giant fan, you have to be very pleased with the Giants' first quarter performance. Last night, they were down by 5 at the end of the break. Knocked away. Nice hustle by Rogers, and we got a whistle. Another foul on Wabash is going to send Mar Rogers to the line. He's got 3 on the night. He averages just over 12. Knocks down the first one. Of course, would you have liked to have that 3-point shot back in the 70s?
Yeah, that'd been great. They didn't have it until what, 83, 4, somewhere in there. I don't think Blackman played with the 3-point line until maybe his senior year, if then.
Oh. Knocked away, loose of the floor. Kobe gets it and runs out of time. That's going to end the first quarter with the score. Marion Giants 21, Wabash 6. Back after this timeout.
Get out there this season in a new Ford F-150 from Hunter Ford in Marion. Imagine showing up at the game in a new Ford. That's what we call tailgating in style. Check out Hunter Ford's great selection of both new and pre-owned vehicles, with truckloads of new Fords arriving daily. And remember, we're your truck headquarters in Marion and beyond. Hunter Ford, proud sponsor of Marion High School. IndianaFord.com.
I'm Evan King, licensed insurance agent, and I am dedicated to taking care of our community and beyond. Whether you're retiring early, own a small business, just turned 26, moving out on your own, in between jobs, or you're looking for Medicare coverage, I can help. I'm Evan King, your trusted insurance agent, serving Marion and beyond. I want to make sure that your health is king.
Ready to start the second quarter. Giants into the first quarter 21-6 lead. Made a couple substitutions at the quarter. Giants been playing real good, tight defense, real aggressive. Have several steals. Consequently, on the fast breaks from those steals, they've been getting fouled. So we've got, what, 8 free throws already? I think we're winning by a couple points just on free throws. So
knocking them down. See what the Apaches can do in quarter number 2. Find themselves 15 points down to the Giants. Inside, good defense by the Giants. 3-pointer in the air, no good. Rebound. Tusi Jackson just did. Right now we've got Tusi Jackson, Manu Jackson, Love, Richardson, and Freshwater. Whole new 5 for the Giants. Manu from long range. Rebound, Love. Inside, nice pass. Richardson up. Oh. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Love up. Wouldn't stay down. Tusi brings it back. He'll fire from 3. No good. And here come the Apaches. Giants had a lot of opportunities. Just wouldn't go down. Wide open 3. Missed it. Rebound. Jackson over the back. Foul as he hit him. As I said, people want to say that's an over the back foul, but it's not a foul unless you actually hit him. It's not the fact that you go over the back, but if you go over with back and hit him, it is a foul. You always hear people say, where's the over the back foul? Well, if he doesn't hit him, there's no foul. Right. It's not illegal to go over the back unless you actually make contact. Cross-court pass, and that just went to the almost to the Wabash bench.
Head coach for Wabash didn't have very good hands. He missed that.
Giants up 21-6. Opening moments of quarter number 2. Inside, we have a whistle inside on the Giants. Thanks to our Marion Giant sponsors, Melissa Stone Ruoff Mortgage, Sunfish Solar Project Gen X, Tim and Kelly Street Bar Brothers, Wings, etc. Class of 1971. Wabash wants a 3 if they can get it. There's a wide open 3. That doesn't go down. Rebound, Wabash. They'll try another inside. Knocked away. Apaches get it back. Here's a 3 in the air. Got it. Cooper Long with his second 3 of the night. And right now,
patience there. They had a couple of opportunities we could have actually lost the ball. Kept control and got to the open man and knocked down a 3.
Wabash has hit 3 threes is the only offense they've had so far. The Giants with a 12-point lead. Back out. Freshwater couldn't hang on to it. Here comes the Apaches on a break. Lays it up. No good. Rebound. Rough night shooting for the Apaches so far. Except Mr. Long, who's knocked down his 3rd 3. They might want to get him the ball a little more.
I think so.
Got 9 of their 12.
Marion might want to guard him.
Rebound, Wabash. 21-12 Giants. Side, we got a whistle foul on the Giants. A little too aggressive on the defense. So
I think the referees have kind of changed the way they're calling this. They're playing the same defense. And some of that stuff was going in the first quarter. They didn't blow the whistle. And this quarter they are. And also Marion's kind of changed what they've done offensively. They've fired everything this quarter from the outside. Haven't hit anything yet.
No good rebound, Giants. One of the smallest players on the floor, Mr. Freshwater, just pulled that one down. Sometimes it's not your size on the floor, it's the heart on the floor. Love inside, basket. Nice pass, nice basket. Marius Love with 2. The Giants back up 11. And now Coach Blackman getting the opportunity to rest his starters for a while. Here comes Tusi Jackson and the Giants trying to increase their 11-point lead. Lost the handle. Here comes Wabash. Don't let that guy shoot. That's why. Cooper Long, a 6-foot junior, playing like an Indiana All-Stars, knocked down 4 threes here in the first half.
So saying somebody guard him.
Freshwater got the 3 and he's going to the line. Chase Freshwater with a 3-point basket and going to the line for the rare 4-point play possibility.
Freshwater on the line with 1 shot. That's She will sign 17 seconds.
Giants up 11, 4:07 to go. Chase Freshwater there, 5'7" junior. Dad Jerry Freshwater had an outstanding career as a Marion Giant.
Yes, he did.
And he got it. 4-point play. He can go home and ask Dad, how many 4-point plays did you get in your career? 12-point Giant lead, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Shot in the corner, no good. Rebound. Mr. Long. Looking around inside. I'm Wabash. I get it to Mr. Long and let him fire it. Inside, we got a whistle before the shot. Down on the floor. Thanks to our Marion Giant sponsors. First Option Trucking, Keenan Davis State Farm Insurance, Ashley's Ice Cream, Taylor University, J. Meyer Real Estate, Jennifer Meyer, and J. Meyer Real Estate, Caleb Oliver. Thank all of our Marion Giant sponsors for bringing you Marion Giant basketball here on Marion Giants TV YouTube. And we finally missed one. Giants trying to increase that 12-point lead. Freshwater fire again from 3. Nothing but net as he hits another one. Funny thing is, during the before the season started, one of the practices I saw him wear number 3, and I said, now if you're going to wear number 3, some of the guys have worn that before, you're going to have to be able to hit threes. He said, I can. So far tonight, he's proved he can do it. He's knocked down a couple. Hit one last night in Richmond. And we get a foul on the baseline.
And we're getting called for a lot more fouls this quarter than we did the first.
Giants have doubled them up right now, 30-15 with 2:54 to go in the opening quarter, or the opening half rather. And remind you to stay with us at halftime. We're going to have Superintendent Keith Burke with us. So stay tuned for that. 3-pointer in the air, off the back of the rim, rebound, Jackson. Here come the Giants. Jackson to Jackson. Inside, I think that's going to be an offensive foul. I don't think you could do that.
No.
They kind of frown on knocking the guy down as you go into the basket. When you just kind of use your, move him out of the way with your forearm. They don't like that. Now in football, it's a good move. Basketball, not so much.
See, you allowed that early in the season when they played football and moving right into basketball. They forget some of that's not legal in this game.
Yeah, because they used to say basketball is supposed to be the non-contact sport, isn't it?
That's what they say, but
a lot of contact out there. Just don't have any pads. Richardson, tight defense right there. Shot is short. Good defense by Richardson. Here come the Giants, Freshwater. He's going to look at that 3 and decides to go to the corner. Jackson, no good rebound. The other Jackson. Freshwater from 3. Got another one. Chase Freshwater is on fire. He's knocked down 3 threes. Giants up 18.
I think he's got 4 rebounds.
Here's Long. Got away with a step, I think. Freshwater with a steal now. Doing everything on the floor. Nice pass. Manu got the basket.
I think Mr. Freshwater came to play tonight. Pulling down boards, getting steals, assists.
Doing Mr. Jerry Freshwater very proud tonight. Giants up 20. 3-pointer in the air. Wabash knocks that one down. Matter's second 3 of the night is 35-18. Right now the Giant starters are getting a long break. They could, what happened? We got a big lead, now we're just going to sit for a while.
You can sit a whole quarter. Not very often that gets happening. You're not really. Another one.
Don't leave him open. Came up short on that one.
He tried to pull off another 4 there. He had a little fallback on that.
You knock down your first 3, you got to shoot that 4th one. Got to do a little heat check. 1 minute to go in the first half. Giants up 35-18. And we got a Offensive foul. Going to go the other way. Well, right now, Coach Blackman has to be pleased with the first half performance, being up 17 as opposed to had a little more of a battle last night. Different team, different place, but they're playing a lot better tonight. Jackson for three. Oh, both sides of the rim and came out. Comes Wabash on the run. Working around, trying to get an open look. Nothing there. Knocked away. Nice attempted save by Freshwater. He has just been everywhere tonight. Hitting threes, stealing the ball, rebounding, going after the ball. Wabash trying to cut into that 17-point deficit right now. Inside, ran into Mr. Love, nowhere to go there. Three-pointer, no good, rebound, knocked away. Wabash gets it back. Down to the final 10 seconds of the first half. Still working, still looking. Inside, turned around, got the basket. That's going to be the final score of the first half. The score, the Marion Giants 35, Wabash 20. Back in a moment with Mr. Superintendent Keith Burke.
My grandma was such an adventurer. She went everywhere, and she loved every minute of it. I can't believe I'm following in her footsteps, seeing these amazing places. Of course, First Farmers Bank and Trust Mobile Banking takes the stress out of traveling. I can pay my bills and monitor my finances from anywhere. I really have everything I need. Well, almost everything. First Farmers Bank and Trust Mobile Banking, making banking easier.
At Insurance Management Group, our mission is to protect our coworkers, communities, and clients. One way in doing so is we educate and equip our clients with the information that they need to make the best insurance decision for them. Please check us out at insurancemanagementgroup.com. Looking forward to working with you soon.
Hi, my name is Nick McKinley, and I'm your local State Farm agent and your Giants PA announcer. You know, sometimes it's really hard to separate the two. Hold on a second. Nick McKinley, State Farm, this is Nick. Oh yeah, I can save you $300. Great, I'll see you soon. Like I said, it's really hard to separate that sometimes. But it's easy for you to separate from your insurance company. Come on down to Nick McKinley State Farm, and we'll save you some money and get you the best service in town. See you soon.
You are the heartbeat of Marion. Together, we're building a city that's not just proud of its past, but invested in your future.
We're working tirelessly to ensure your future is bright. Every decision we make is with you in mind.
Students of Marion Community Schools, you are the pride of our city. Every step you take, every game you play, and every goal you achieve inspires us to build a stronger community.
Let's keep reaching higher, Giants. Marion is with you every step of the way.
Welcome back to the Bill Green Athletic Arena. The Giants on top at the half, 35-20. We're honored to have Superintendent Keith Burke with us here, and it's kind of bittersweet, Mr. Burke, the fact that you're not going to be here after a few more weeks.
Yeah, I know. It really is. I'm excited about the opportunity to actually live with my wife. But I'm going to miss Marion. I'll tell you what, there have been so many great friends I've made, so many wonderful times that I've had here, and just wonderful people. And you know, City of Marion's been great, and you know, again, I'm just so happy with my time here. And you know, all good things come to an end, but I'm excited for the future of Marion, and I think that we have a lot of great things in place, and they'll continue. And again, just really happy for our students, happy for our kids, and happy for the relationships that I've made here.
Well, I know, speaking for myself and my wife Lori, we appreciate so much what you've done during these 10 years. You've just been tremendous to deal with in any situation. You've just been top notch. It's going to be hard to replace. It's going to be like replacing Michael Jordan.
I wouldn't go that far. But thank you so much again. And like I said, it's you say teamwork makes the dream work, and we have a great team and a lot of good people, and again, a lot of people I care about here. So that makes doing the job that you love easy when you care about the students, care about the community, and care about the people that work here.
In the few years there, you were the principal that won a state championship in basketball. You got to be a part of that.
I was, and that was a wonderful experience. And again, through my time also, I was sitting there thinking today, we were in the semi-state in football, semi-state in basketball the same year, won state championships. I was here as Jalen broke the scoring record. I was here when Rashea broke the scoring record. Again, just a lot of wonderful memories as a Giant, wonderful memories.
I know you've done some football coaching in the past, but you're not going to go back into some of that, are you?
I am not. I am not. And again, one thing that I'm not retiring, period, but I did retire from Marion. That's a local retirement, not a state retirement. Again, it's something that it came a little quicker than I wanted to, but sometimes you can't determine what God puts out there and when it happens, and you have to play the cards that you're given.
Well, you've been so instrumental in what's happened at Marion Community Schools and Marion High School the past few years. You've taken some tough situations, turned into a very positive situation, and then the whole community owes you a great debt of gratitude for what you've done for us.
Well, thank you so much again. Like I said, it's definitely because we have a great team. I have a lot of wonderful people around me, and again, I tell people all the time, you have to really make some tough decisions as the superintendent, but as long as you're doing what you think is in the best interest of the children, you usually can't go wrong. And that's what it's really here about. We're about the kids, making sure that the kids get what they need so they can succeed, and that's why we do it. If you don't love the kids, you're in the wrong place.
And I know your wife has to be pleased because she's made quite a sacrifice in letting you work here so long and do so much, put in so many countless hours. She's going to be happy that you're going to be close by.
She will be. She will be. And again, it's been over the last 3 years. We have a couple homes up in Plymouth, and that's where we're going. And she's been a trooper, and she's been so supportive as her health has not really been that great. And just fortunate to be there with her and be the husband that I need to be.
Well, of course, the saying is once a Giant, always a Giant. So you're always going to be a Marion Giant. So we want to thank you so much for everything, and we're going to see you a lot, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and I will always bleed purple and gold. I can tell you that.
There you go. Superintendent Keith Burke. We'll be back in just a moment to start the second half.
I may not be able to knock down the threes, but when it comes to your smile, I'm a straight shooter. Gorman and Bunch Orthodontics. We'll put a smile on your face.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Success takes direction via credit union. Get from where you are to where you want to go with via credit union. With honesty and integrity, better service and pride. Involved in our community, we're on your side. Success takes direction via credit union. Via credit union.
We're Kingdom Roofing Systems, your local roofing experts. We take great pride in our ability to ensure quality workmanship. We're in the top 1% of contractors in Indiana who have earned Owens Corning's greatest badge of honor, Platinum Preferred. Plus, your first 25 years are 100% covered by Owens Corning's workmanship warranty. Trust the confidence Owens Corning has in your local expert, Kingdom Roofing Systems.
Welcome back to the Bill Green Athletic Arena. We're at halftime. Giants up 35-20, ready to start the second half. I want to thank once again Superintendent Keith Burke for being with us. He's done a tremendous job, and we're going to miss him, but we're so glad that he was able to be with us for a few minutes. But what do you do if you're Wabash? You're down 15 at the half.
Well, they got to figure out some way to slow Marion down. And Marion's not really hitting shots outside, but they're getting a lot of steals, getting a lot of fast breaks, and they're fouling to keep from getting the fast breaks, and they're hitting their free throws. So the thing to do is be patient, let number 30 shoot some threes.
Well, here's the one thing I've noticed about both teams. The Giants have had 7 different players score. Wabash only had 2 players score.
And he's got, what, 12 or 14 of their points?
Yeah, he's got most of them. Giant basketball right off the bat to start the third quarter. Three-pointer in the air, Rogers, no good rebound, Wabash. The starters are in now for the Giants. Had a long break as they set out the second quarter.
Yeah, they may have to loosen up pretty good at halftime.
It's going to be like they're starting fresh, hopefully. And we got walking.
I'll give Marion starters if they get after him. The second string got after him, but a little slower, little slaps, little.
Well, Mr. Chase Freshwater went in there and scored 10 of the Giants' 14 points in that second quarter. Grabbed a few rebounds, a couple steals. He was just all over the place.
Had a real good assist to a fast break. So.
Rogers from 3, no good rebound, Wabash. I mentioned the Lady Giants tonight are playing up at Huntington. Have a score that they're behind at the half, so they've been off to a good start. We'll see what happens in the rest of the ball game. And we're going to timeout on the floor. 7:17 going into the third quarter. Back after this short timeout.
Marion High School has a rich history of music, sports, theater, and drama. We've been working on creating a digital video library of all the shows, games, and other media we can find so you can have a piece of that rich history. For more information, please contact Steve Wright at steve@wrightpromotions.video or call 765-669-1855.
Green Athletic Arena, Giants with a 15-point lead. As we said, we're not sure what Wabash is going to be able to do to combat this situation right now.
Yeah, it's got to figure out a way to slow Marion down. And with the way they're pressing the ball, it's tougher. It's not like you play a real patient ball. You got to keep the ball moving, and they trap you.
So right now, the Giants being led by Jace Freshwater's 10 points. Here's a steal by the Giants. Tim Jones going to drive, stops, inside Kobe, nowhere to go, back out, Barnes from 3, both sides are him again and just came out, had a couple of those tonight.
It's going to sound bad with me, we're up 15, but if Marion was hitting their threes a little better, this wouldn't be much of a game right now.
No. They missed their 3, and here comes Jones on the rebound. Kobe in the corner, gets double teamed. Nice pass inside Rogers. Nice play, nice pass, nice basket. Rogers has 6, the Giants up 17. Wabash can't answer. Here comes Barnes on the break. Barnes going to drive around, up, and doesn't count the basket.
Oh,
waved it off.
Oh. Been in this place one of those NBA called continuation.
Now I'm seeing if they're deciding if he's just going to take it out. So they're saying before he even shot. So no basket or no free throws. Here's Rogers from the corner. No good. How many times have we had that tonight to hit both sides of the rim and pop out? Like you said, it could be a 25-point lead right now if a couple of those would have went down. Here's Barnes in the corner. And we got a whistle. I believe he might have stepped out of bounds. Well, right now we've played 2 minutes and 3 seconds, and the Giants have scored 2. The Apaches none here in the third quarter.
Oh, travel. There's the call.
You saw that all the way up here.
That looked like a pirouette. I wasn't sure the ref was going to call it.
Didn't give me style points on that one, just called travel. Giants trying to increase their lead once again. Be interesting to see if they keep this up, if the Giants, Coach Blackwood goes to the same situation for the fourth quarter. Rogers from three, nothing but the bottom of the net for Marr. Rogers has 9, and the Giants have doubled him up 40-20. Well, he's cooled off a bit, Mr. Long, after that hot start. Here come the Giants, trying to increase that 20-point lead. Giants working around. Here's Jones. He's going to drive. Stop inside. Nice shot. Got the basket and the foul.
That's a good, strong move there. Maintain his body control through the shot, and then
Tim has 9 and going for his second old-fashioned three-point play, I believe. 42-20.
Greg, you know, something else changed with the basketball. Not only the game has changed from when I played, but the cheerleaders have changed. We used to have 5 cheerleaders and 450 girls in a booster block. Now we got
15
cheerleaders and
Giants trapping them in the corner. Nowhere to go. Somehow gets to somebody else. Giants trying to get a steal. Wouldn't go down on the steal. And it's going to be Wabash basketball. 4:39 to go in quarter number 3. Giants up 43-20. Giants hoping for win number 4 of the season tonight to start off 4-1 before next week traveling to 2 tough places to play, Kokomo and Huntington North. Inside, there's a layup. 43-22. The first 2 points of the quarter for Wabash. Smith a fire from 3, no good. Rebound, Wabash. So the Giants have outscored Wabash 8-2. Corner. There's a steal. Jones. Well, thought about the dunk. It wouldn't get up high enough for it. Got it back. Got the layup. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 45-22 Giants back after this short timeout.
An injury can be a scary time, but you'll be in good hands with Marion Health Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Our board-certified surgeons will partner with you to develop an individualized plan tailored to your athletic goals. Our recovery plan includes imaging, physical therapy, and post-surgical support to help you regain strength and prevent future injuries. Our proven process will help you confidently take the winning shot. Get back in the game with Marion Health.
Get out there this season in a new Ford F-150 from Hunter Ford and Marion. Imagine showing up at the game in a new Ford. That's what we call tailgating in style. Check out Hunter Ford's great selection of both new and pre-owned vehicles, with truckloads of new Fords arriving daily. And remember, we're your truck headquarters in Marion and beyond. Hunter Ford, proud sponsor of Marion High School. IndianaFord.com.
Back to the arena, Giants up 45-22 with 3:53 to go in the third quarter. Giants maintaining their 20-plus point lead right now. They've got the basketball underneath their own basket. If the Giants can increase that lead. Jones, here's the alley-oop. Rogers, and wouldn't go down. Tried the alley-oop dunk, but couldn't quite complete it.
Well, again, that's the second one he's missed, but the boy can get in the air. They've thrown 2 alley-oops to him.
Rogers at the line has 9 points and now make it 10. Averages 12 plus. He had 9 last night at Richmond, including a dunk shot where he did get up over the rim. Got them both. Giants up 25. They go inside. There's a push and
offensive foul, right?
I believe so. It should have been. Yes, it was. I know we saw it up here. I was just hoping one of the officials actually saw that. Yeah, that we're seeing things.
Next time I do this, I'm going to wear a referee striped shirt when I'll bring a whistle and we'll help them.
Here's Barnes. He'll fire from 3. No good. Rebound, Rogers.
There's another
and
push.
Another whistle.
I see, wrong guy called that. Just saying. From the opposite side of the floor, and there's 2 guys on that side right by the play, and neither one blew their whistle.
First foul of the third quarter on Marion. 4 have been whistled on Wabash. So the bad power for Wabash right now, besides being down 25, another foul. The Giants be marching to the line for the rest of the quarter. And I think right now with the 25-point deficit, Wabash would like the clock to keep running. Inside, nice pass. Layup just wouldn't go down there for them. Nice save there by Jones. Thinking about it. He'll fire from 3. Got it! His first 3 of the night. He's got 15. The Giants are up 28. Here's an air ball, and here come the Giants. They're on the run. Here's Logan. Jones. He'll fire from 3 again. No good. Rebound. Comes away with it to Wabash. Giants still playing some good trapping defense. And there's a little too much contact from Mr. Smith. Thanks to our Marion Giant sponsors, IMG, Hunter Ford, Living Forward, Kingdom Roofing, Tomahawk Restaurant, TJR Equipment, Gorman & Bunch Orthodontics, Nicholson Realty 2.0, Via Credit Union, Hutamaki, Ivy Tech, City of Marion. Thank all of our Marion Giant sponsors for bringing you Marion Giant basketball here on Marion Giants TV YouTube. There's a attempted shot. Doesn't go down for Wabash. Rebound, Giants. Smith, Rogers, he'll fire from long range. Yes, sir.
He's kind of getting in the groove. That's 2 in a row he's hit.
His third 3 of the night. He's got 14. There's a steal. Rogers on the break. He's going to lay it up and score again. Quickly, he's got 16. And the Giants with the biggest lead of the night at 33. There's a wide open 3. Wabash knocks one down. 5'8" junior Derek Reed hits the 3, gets it back to a 30-point ball game. Kobe, he'll fire from 3. No good. Rebound. Barnes inside. And tried to save it, but slipped out. It's going to be Wabash basketball. 1:23 to go in the third quarter. I want to thank First Farmers, Marion Police Department, the Moritz Group, Marion Health, Philip Morgan Landscaping, Moving Real Estate, Summers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Nick McKinley State Farm Insurance, Brunner Dental Center, Evan King Health Markets, and Bobby Browder, Edward Jones. Thank all of our Marion Giant sponsors for bringing you tonight's Marion Giant basketball game. And Wabash just lost it. Well, right now, if you're Wabash, you just got to just keep playing and keep seeing what you can do for the next 9 minutes of this game.
Yeah, the pace has kind of slowed down a little bit, but
Rogers 3, missed rebound. Kobe inside, lays it up. That's easy.
Good patience right there. I thought he was going to kick it out to Jones, but he just. Oh.
Kobe's got 7. Giants up 32 once again. There's a 3. Rebound. Jones pulls it out of the Apache's hand there. He's going to alley-oop to Rogers. Lays it in that time. Don't get the sure two. He's got 18. He's got 7 here in the last just few moments. And he traveled. 31.5 in quarter number 3. Giants up 59-25.
He was trying to hurry up and get that one off before it got swatted.
Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a guy coming that can jump about 4 feet in the air. And you.
See the Giants are content for the last shot, possibly. Be interested to see if Coach Blackwood goes to reserve as a 4th. There's a 3 in the air. Yes, sir. 4 threes for Rogers. He now has 21. And there's a foul on Barnes. And the clock's still running as we're in the 35-point range. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. Score, the Marion Giants 62, Wabash 25. Back in a moment with quarter number 4.
I'm Evan King, licensed insurance agent, and I am dedicated to taking care of our community and beyond. Whether you're retiring early, own a small business, just turned 26, moving out on your own, in between jobs, or you're looking for Medicare coverage, I can help. I'm Evan King, your trusted insurance agent, serving Marion and beyond. I want to make sure that your health is king.
My grandma was such an adventurer. She went everywhere, and she loved every minute of it. I can't believe I'm following in her footsteps, seeing these amazing places. Of course, First Farmers Bank and Trust Mobile Banking takes the stress out of traveling. I can pay my bills and monitor my finances from anywhere. I really have everything I need. Well, almost everything. First Farmers Bank and Trust Mobile Banking, making banking easier.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena after 3 quarters of play. Giants way out in front, 62-25. And I think the clock's going to be running a little faster this quarter.
Yes. That's something that didn't happen when I played either.
Yeah.
If they were beating you 52 points, you just
had to stay there and
take that beat.
Hopefully not foul anybody, not stop the clock. But trapped in the corner. Giants still playing tight defense. Right now the Giants have their, other than Tim Jones, kind of their second unit in there. They have Freshwater, Jackson, and Jackson. Richardson and Mr. Tim Jones, the lone starter, that's still in there for Marion. Said Marion's had 7 guys have scored tonight, and Wabash has 4 different scorers, but 2 players have mostly done most of the scoring.
Right.
Knocked away still Wabash basketball. Giants still playing some good defense even with the big lead. And there's another steal tie-up by Mr. Jones. Jump ball, be Giant basketball.
Just trying to figure out whether they're leaving Tim Jones on the floor, but I think Quarius Love played some JV time, didn't he?
Yes.
So he may not be able to.
Might be short on time. Here's Tucci Jackson for 3. Wouldn't go down, rebound, knock it down. It's going to be Wabash.
How many shots have they had to do that?
Well, probably we would be up near 80 points if we were, some of those have gone down.
Man.
So 62-25. Giants came in tonight averaging 69 points a game. Wabash came in averaging 36. So the Giants probably get their average, and Wabash may not. Well, remind Marion Giant fans once again to mark your calendar for January 11th, January 18th, and February 1st as we celebrate 3 state championship team anniversaries. January 11th, the 2000 Giants, their 25th anniversary we're going to celebrate. January 18th, the 50th anniversary of the 1975 state champion. And on February 1st, the 40th anniversary of the Marion Giants 1985 state championship. Tim Jones makes it look easy. Have him unofficially tonight for, I believe, 17 or 18, depending on my scratches here.
Not only is he a good basketball player, he's a good athlete. He had good control there. I think he originally thought he was going to get a dunk, but then so just do a finger roll and roll it in.
I think I've concluded he has 17. Freshwater from 3. No good. He's had a good night. He really sparked the Giants there in that second quarter. Down to 4:45 left the ball game. Giants way out in front. No good rebound. Jackson. Here's Manu. Here's Jones. He'll fire from 3. Yes, sir. Give him 20 on the night. The Giants with a 67-28 lead. We'll see a couple more substitutions here momentarily for the Giants. Todd didn't quite make it to the basket. 3 in the air. No good rebound. Lucy Jackson. Coming up on the 4-minute mark of quarter number 4. Caleb Richardson, he's going to drive baseline. Ooh. Right to Jones, got the basket. Tim Jones said, man, that was a hard pass.
Stomach. Look,
that was a bullet pass.
It missed his hand and he right in the stomach. Knocked the wind out of him.
Inside, and we got the foul. And Tim Jones, I think, is going to have a seat on the bench. He's checking out with, I believe, 22 on the night. Now we've got on the floor Freshwater, Jackson, Barnes, and Smith. Sounds like a law firm somewhere. Manu, nice pass. Logan up and didn't get the layup. Rebound. Wabash with 3 guys around somehow came up with it and it's kicked. You see some of the students with their Santa caps. In fact, Stretch Murphy there has a Santa cap, little Christmas cap ready for the holidays. Said this is the Giants' last home game before
the new year.
January, the new year. Going to close out 2024 with a nice win here at the arena. Giants will go to 4-1. There's a 3 in the air. He got that one. Carpenter's first 3 of the night. Timeout on the floor. Giants up 69-31. Back after this short timeout.
At Insurance Management Group, our mission is to protect our coworkers, communities, and clients. One way in doing so is we educate and equip our clients with the information that they need to make the best insurance decision for them. Please check us out at insurancemanagementgroup.com. Looking forward to working with you soon.
Hi, my name is Nick McKinley, and I'm your local State Farm agent and your Giants PA announcer. You know, sometimes it's really hard to separate the two. Hold on a second. Nick McKinley, State Farm, this is Nick. Oh yeah, I can save you $300. Great, I'll see you soon. Like I said, it's really hard to separate that sometimes, but it's easy for you to separate from your insurance company. Come on down to Nick McKinley State Farm, and we'll save you some money and get you the best service in town. See you soon.
Back at the Bill Green Athletic Arena, it's been a good night for the Giants. They're up 69-31. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. So the 80th meeting between the Giants and Wabash is going to go to Marion and put them at 63-17 in the overall series.
I'd venture to say a whole lot of the Wabash's wins were back in the early days.
Well, they won the first game back in 1906, 25-23. So that was just 20 years before the Giants won their first state championship in 1926. So that's been a while back. Logan knocks down the free throw. He's got 5 on the night. Giants led so far tonight by Tim Jones with 22, Rogers with 21, and there's 6 for Barnes. We got 10 for Freshwater, and we got 8 for Kobe Johnson. A couple for Manu Jackson, and Marius Love has it up 2 points. 71-31. Giants up 40. Barnes a 5 from 3. Yes, sir, he got that one.
You know, when they take their time and set their feet, a couple of these guys have some pretty shots. That's a nice shot there.
He's got 9, and the Giants are way on top. 43-point lead. Wabash still battling. They're 5 from 3. No good rebound. Tipped away. Smith a nice save. Here's Freshwater. Giants got a break, and they're going to bring it back out. Barnesdale fire from 3 again. He got another one. He's got 12. 77-31. We're to the final 60 seconds of tonight's game. So the Giant fans have come out to the arena tonight. Have been.
Well, we got what, 2 with over 20 and 2 with 12 or more.
Yes. So the Giants have been. Fans have been entertained tonight. The Giants are going to have a big victory and turn around next Friday night, travel to Kokomo, which is always a tough place to play. The only good news is they don't have a 6'10" All-American at center this year. So hopefully that's going to have a different result for the Giants. Shot is no good. Down to the final 25 seconds. Manu's going to drive inside. He got the basket.
Good drive there.
He's got 4. Giants going to have one of the biggest wins probably in the history of Marion Giant basketball. They just cut it down 3. There's your ball game. The final score. The Marion Giants victorious 79-34 over the Wabash Apaches. Well, Mr. Smithley, it was a good ball game for the Giant fans.
Well, I think I'm 4-0 now on broadcast. 3-0, 4-0. So I bring them good luck. But good game tonight. But from what they played against last night, what they played tonight, big difference in competition. But Wabash did what they could, but Marion performed well. A lot of times you play teams of lesser quality, your game's not there. Like, so we had a couple guys go over 20 points. It would have been worse if some of those shots would have fallen. We had a number of shots, 6 or 7 shots that were down in and came out. Those, if they would have hit those, this would have been ugly, real ugly. But Marion did a good job.
I'll give a quick shout out to the wrestling team today. They went over to Western and finished 3rd in that invitational. So Coach Johnson continues to do a good job. And the Lady Giant basketball team is battling tonight in Huntington, and our Marion Giant swim team, the boys defeated Kokomo this week in a meet here. So it's been a good winter season so far for the Marion Giants.
Yes, it's going to be interesting to see what after the new year, you start playing some of the teams from Indianapolis and a little better competition. But the starting lineup's quick. They play good defense. I mean, refs let them get away with a little bit in the first quarter. They got after it and got a good lead. Second quarter with the second string in there, call a few more touch fouls and stuff, and kind of slowed the game down a little bit. But they stayed after it the whole game. That'll neutralize bigger players. Somebody's got a 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guy. You can keep him outside like and trap the corners. Take the big guy out of the game some. So
the Giants are victorious tonight, 79-34. I want to thank all of our Marion Giants sponsors. I want to thank the people working behind the scenes. Mr. Steve Wright, Mark Baldwin. I want to thank Mark Fauser for all that he does dealing with the sponsors and making this a successful product. I want to thank those behind the scenes, Caleb Huff, Braxton Bailey, Jesse Attaway, Donald Butcher, Matty Booger, and Nick Easter. Thank all the people behind the scenes. I want to thank, once again, Superintendent Keith Burke. I want to thank Principal Dr. Stacy Hunt, Athletic Director Steve Morris for helping us bring you Marion Giant basketball. We want to encourage you to get out, support the Marion Giants in basketball and swimming and wrestling. Be a Marion Giant supporter and come out and back the team. Support the Giants next week as they travel to Kokomo and Huntington North. And then when we start the new year back here in January, we'll have 6 home games. So get out and watch the Marion Giants. If you can't get out to the game, all the home games will be right here on Marion Giants TV, YouTube. So, Mr. Smithley, we don't see you before. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
You too, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Thanks
Appreciate
for being
it.
here.
It's fun doing it.
Steve Smithley, I'm Greg Keaton saying so long. We'll see you at the next Marion Giant ball game.
Hi,